Law number 1. Never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to please and impress them, don't go too far in displaying your talents. Doing so may inspire fear and insecurity. If your superiors feel threatened, they might seek to replace you or turn against you. Instead, make your masters appear more brilliant than they are. Ask for their guidance, attribute your ideas to their advice, and give them the limelight. By doing this, you'll earn their favor and eventually rise to the heights of power. Law number 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Be wary of hiring friends. They're more likely to envy, resent, or take advantage of your position. Familiarity makes it harder to keep professional distance, and loyalty often fades into entitlement. Instead, consider hiring a former enemy. He has more to prove, less to take for granted, and may turn out more loyal than a friend. In fact, your enemies can be more useful. They sharpen your instincts, rally others to your side, and remind you to stay strong. If you have no enemies, make one. Law number 3. Conceal your intentions. Many people are open books. They can't control what they say, or they naively believe that honesty will win hearts. But in power, transparency is a liability. It's wiser to retain the upper hand by concealing your true intentions until the moment is right to act. Here are 2 effective tactics to conceal your true purpose. Number 1. Throw them off the scent. Pretend to support an idea or position opposite to your real goal, or share a heartfelt thought about something trivial. People will mistake your sincerity for honesty and trust you even when you lie later. Number 2. Use a smokescreen. Distract people with something familiar or harmless. This lowers their guard and lets you guide them without suspicion. Law number 4. Always say less than necessary. When you try to impress people with words, the more you say, the less impressive and in control you appear, and the greater the chance you'll say something foolish. Powerful people tend to say little. This makes them both impressive and intimidating. Others can't guess what they're thinking and hang on their every word and reaction. Brief answers and silence put others on the defensive, often causing them to reveal valuable information as they try to fill the silence. Law number 5. Protect your reputation at all costs, since your reputation shapes others' expectations. Reputation is a cornerstone of power. It creates an aura of influence and strength without requiring constant effort. A strong reputation can intimidate, attract allies, deter enemies, and win battles before they begin. But once tarnished, it's hard to repair and can leave you exposed to attacks from all directions. That's why Robert Greene warns, do not leave your reputation to chance or gossip. It is your life's artwork, and you must craft it, hone it, and display it with the care of an artist. Law number 6. Court attention at all cost. In a world overloaded with noise and distractions, visibility is power. Those who go unnoticed are often overlooked and forgotten. By deliberately courting attention, you increase your chances of attracting opportunities and connecting with the right people. Everything is judged by appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd or fade into oblivion. Stand out. Be conspicuous at all costs. Law number 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Leverage the wisdom, skills, and hard work of others to propel your own success. This not only conserves your time and energy, but also creates the illusion that you're effortlessly capable, giving you a godlike aura of efficiency and speed. While your collaborators' efforts lay the groundwork, you take the spotlight, because history remembers the figurehead, not the foot soldiers. Master this art, delegate tasks, and absorb credit, but never do yourself what others can do for you. Law number 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Instead of chasing after others or reacting to their moves, make them come to you. When you lure others in with something desirable, whether it's an offer, an opportunity, or a sense of urgency, you gain the power. By positioning yourself as the prize or the source of value, you force others to take action on your terms, putting you firmly in control of the situation. Law number 9. Win through actions, never through argument. Words rarely change minds. Action does. Arguing only stirs resistance and inflates the other person's ego. Even if you win the debate, you breed resentment because you've made an enemy. Any victory won through argument is a Pyrrhic one, costing more in damaged relationships than it's worth. Law number 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Emotions are contagious. Negativity spreads like a disease. The misfortune, fear, and bitterness of others can infect your mindset and sabotage your progress. You may feel you are helping the drowning man, but you are only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes draw misfortune on themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with the happy and fortunate instead. Law number 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain your power, you must make others rely on you. The more they need you, the less likely they are to challenge or discard you. Never teach people everything you know. Keep them slightly in the dark so they always need your guidance, your resources, or your insight. When others see you as essential to their success, they will protect you, follow you, and even elevate you. Law number 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A single act of genuine honesty or unexpected generosity can erase years of suspicion and disarm even the most guarded individuals. When people lower their defenses, they become easier to manipulate. Use calculated acts of kindness to build trust, distract from your true intentions, or create an emotional debt they feel compelled to repay. Law number 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. When you need something from someone, don't beg, don't guilt, and never remind them of what you did in the past. People are naturally self-interested, so you must frame your request in a way that highlights how it benefits them. If you want support, offer value. Make them feel they'll gain something in return, whether it's money, prestige, influence, or advantage. If they see their own reflection in your success, they'll lift you higher, not out of kindness, but out of self-interest. Law number 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. In order to gain power, you must learn to gather information about your enemies and rivals. The best way to do this is to pose as a friend and gain their trust. By appearing friendly and trustworthy, you can lower others' defenses, encouraging them to reveal secrets, weaknesses, or intentions that you can later use to your benefit. Law number 15. Crush your enemy totally. More is lost through stopping halfway than through total annihilation. Once you defeat an enemy, you must crush them completely, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. If even one ember is left alight, no matter how dimly it smolders, the fire will eventually reignite. A defeated enemy will nurse resentment, rebuild strength, and one day, seek revenge. Law number 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Once you've become well-known and admired, use absence to increase respect and honor. The more you're seen and heard from after a certain point, the more you cheapen your brand. Overexposure makes you appear ordinary, and people begin to take you for granted. But this law only works after you've gained a certain level of influence or status. If you withdraw too early before you've made your mark, you won't be remembered. You'll simply be ignored. Law number 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Humans are creatures of habit with an insatiable need to see familiarity in other people's actions. Your predictability gives them a sense of control. Turn the tables. Be deliberately unpredictable. When people can't read your next move, they hesitate. They overthink. They become anxious about triggering a reaction they can't foresee. This uncertainty puts you in control. Law number 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. It's natural to want to withdraw when you feel threatened, but isolation exposes you to more danger than it protects you from. It cuts you off from valuable information, makes you conspicuous, and leaves you an easy target. It's far better to circulate among people, build alliances, and stay engaged. Law number 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Not everyone reacts the same way when they feel slighted, embarrassed, or challenged. Some people may shrug it off, but others will obsess over revenge and spend years trying to bring you down. Misjudging someone's influence, connections, or temperament can lead to unnecessary conflicts. Often people conceal their true power or intentions until it's too late to reverse your actions. Before you speak, joke, criticize, or outshine someone, take time to study their personality and understand their hidden traits. Law number 20. Do not commit to anyone. Only fools rush to take sides. Never tie yourself completely to any person, group, or cause. Commitments can become traps that drag you into conflicts and limit your freedom of choice. By staying independent, you keep your options open and maintain control over your own path. When you are unattached, others will try to win your favor, and you gain the power to play people against one another, making them pursue you instead of the other way around. Law number 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. No one likes to feel less intelligent than someone else. If you appear too clever, people may feel threatened, become defensive, or even plot against you. Instead, make others feel smarter than you are. Let them underestimate you. When they feel superior, their guard drops, and that's when you can maneuver freely, gain information, and subtly influence them. Law number 22. Use the surrender tactic. When you're weaker, don't fight for honor's sake. Choose surrender instead. Yielding temporarily gives you time to recover, time to study your opponent, and wait for the right moment to strike back. Fighting when you're at a disadvantage often leads to complete destruction. Law number 23. Concentrate your forces. Focus creates power. Don't scatter your time, energy, or resources across too many fronts. Power comes from intensity, not diffusion. When you focus your efforts on a single goal or enemy, you create a force that is hard to resist. You gain more by finding a rich mine and mining it deeper than by flitting from one shallow mine to another. Intensity defeats extensity every time. Law number 24. Play the perfect courtier. Master the game of power. In any environment ruled by power, whether a royal court, a workplace, or high-level politics, you must master the art of indirect influence. The perfect courtier never offends, never shows off, and always makes others feel important. They thrive by being subtle, adaptable, and indispensable to those above them. Law number 25. Recreate yourself, shape your own identity. Do not accept the roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. When you shape how others see you, you take control of your own destiny. Do not let the world assign you a part. Be the author of your own character. Law number 26. Keep your hands clean. You must always appear as a model of civility and efficiency. Your hands are never soiled by mistakes and nasty deeds. Maintain such a spotless appearance by using others as scapegoats and cat's paws to disguise your involvement. Law number 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People crave something to believe in, something larger than themselves. If you offer them a cause, a vision, or even a sense of mystery, they will follow you with devotion. By tapping into their emotional needs and faith, you gain immense influence. Law number 28. Enter action with boldness. When you take action, do it with confidence and audacity. Hesitation, timidity, or half measures make you look weak and invite others to doubt, resist, or challenge you. Boldness, on the other hand, creates momentum, inspires others, and makes people believe you are destined to succeed. Even if you're unsure, boldness makes others assume you know what you're doing. Law number 29. Plan all the way to the end. Don't just think about your next move. Think several moves ahead. Every action triggers a chain of reactions. If you only focus on the immediate step, you leave yourself open to surprises, obstacles, and unintended consequences. Before you act, map out the entire path. Envision the end result you want, anticipate twists and setbacks, and be ready for them. Law number 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Your power grows when others think your success comes naturally, without struggle, stress, or visible effort. If people see the hard work, the sweat, or the tricks behind your moves, they may copy you, question you, or envy you. But when it all looks smooth and easy, it creates an aura of mastery. Law number 31. Control the options. The best way to control people is not by force, but by subtly limiting their choices. When you offer someone a set of options, they feel empowered because they think they're in control. But if you are the one who designed those choices, then you still hold the power. Give people options that come out in your favor. Present decisions in a way that makes people feel like they have freedom, when in reality, they are trapped in a game you've designed. Law number 32. Play to people's fantasies. People are more easily swayed by appealing to their desires and dreams than by presenting them with harsh realities or logical arguments. By understanding and tapping into these fantasies, whether it's love, wealth, power, or immortality, you can control their perception and win their loyalty. Reality is often dull, harsh, or uninspiring, so people seek escape, even if it's just an illusion. And the one who can craft the most seductive vision, that's the one they choose to follow. Law number 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, a gap in the castle wall. It might be an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion, a deep need, or even a hidden guilty pleasure. This is their thumbscrew. If you can find it, you hold the power to influence or control them. Whether it's the desire to feel important, fear of abandonment, a secret addiction, or buried guilt, understanding what drives someone gives you leverage. Learn to observe and study people closely. The better you know them, the easier it becomes to sway, manipulate, or control them without force. Law number 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you carry yourself determines how others treat you. If you act with confidence, dignity, and self-worth, people will respond with respect, even if you don't yet hold power. But if you seem unsure, needy, or self-doubting, others will see you as unworthy. Royalty isn't just about status, it's about attitude. Carry yourself like you expect greatness, and the world is more likely to give it to you. Law number 35, master the art of timing. Never rush or appear desperate. Hurrying reveals a lack of control. True power comes from patience, waiting, observing, and striking at exactly the right moment. Impatience is the enemy of strategy. Every situation has its own rhythm. Knowing when to act is just as important as what action to take. Master the art of timing, and your moves will carry more weight. You'll avoid unnecessary conflict and earn respect through your calm, confident presence. Law number 36. Disdain things you cannot have. When something is out of your reach or you can't control it, don't obsess over it. Showing desire for what you cannot have gives it power over you and exposes your weakness. Instead, act as if it doesn't matter. By ignoring what you can't obtain, you take away its importance and keep your dignity intact. Law number 37. Create compelling spectacles. People are compelled by images and visuals because they can evoke emotions in an instant. They can be interpreted in permutations we can only imagine. A single spectacle can inspire awe, spark loyalty, or ignite fear without a single word spoken. When you master the art of creating unforgettable scenes, you shape how others feel and think, and in doing so, you cement your power in their minds. Law number 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. If you make a show of going against the times, flaunting your unconventional ideas and unorthodox ways, people will think that you only want attention and that you look down upon them. They will find a way to punish you for making them feel inferior. It is far safer to blend in and nurture the common touch. Share your originality only with tolerant friends and those who are sure to appreciate your uniqueness. Law number 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. When people are calm and in control, they're much harder to outmaneuver. But when you provoke their emotions through irritation, pressure, or subtle provocation, they lose balance, make rash decisions, and expose vulnerabilities they would normally guard. In that agitated state, they stumble into traps they'd otherwise avoid. Mastering this law means learning to unsettle others while staying composed yourself, turning their confusion into your advantage, and using the storm you've created to catch the fish you want. Law number 40. Despise the free lunch. What is offered for free often carries hidden strings, obligations, or expectations that cost far more than money. Those who take what they have not earned are easily manipulated, bound by invisible debts, and trapped in someone else's power. By paying your own way, whether with money, effort, or loyalty, you maintain independence and control over your choices. Free gifts, favors, and handouts may look tempting, but they often conceal a hook. True power belongs to those who refuse to be owned, who understand that nothing of value comes without a price. Law number 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. What made someone else great will not make you great. If you try to follow too closely in a legendary predecessor's footsteps, you'll always be compared and fall short. Their reputation casts a long shadow, making it hard for you to shine on your own. Instead, establish your own identity. Break from the past, redefine the legacy, and create your own path. Law number 42. Strike the shepherd, and the sheep will scatter. Trouble in any group or organization often stems from a single source, a strong, influential, or disruptive individual. This person may be stirring dissent, undermining authority, or breeding resistance. As long as they remain, chaos persists. But if you remove or neutralize this leader, the rest of the group becomes disoriented, disorganized, and easier to control. Law number 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. If you want to truly control people, don't force them. Instead, seduce their emotions and shape their thinking. Coercion may bring temporary obedience, but it breeds resentment and resistance. Win people over by understanding their desires, fears, and values. Make them feel seen, understood, and respected. When someone believes you care about them, they'll lower their defenses and follow your lead willingly. Law number 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. The mirror reflects reality, but it can also be a powerful weapon. By mirroring your enemy's actions, behaviors, or tactics, you disarm them, unsettle them, and throw them off balance. When people see themselves reflected back, they are often disturbed and confused, because it exposes their own flaws, insecurities, or aggression. Law number 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. People crave change in theory, but fear it in reality. Radical change threatens tradition, stability, and identity, and can stir resistance, backlash, or even rebellion. To avoid this, when you introduce change, cloak it in familiar language, rituals, or values. Make it seem like an evolution, not a revolution. Law number 46. Never appear too perfect. When you seem flawless, too smart, too talented, too successful, you unintentionally trigger envy. People don't admire perfection for long. They begin to resent it. Envy is dangerous because it creates silent enemies who work against you in the shadows. Law number 47. In victory, learn when to stop. Winning feels good, so good that many people push too far after they've already succeeded. But overreaching after a victory often turns allies into rivals, sparks unnecessary resistance, or makes you look greedy and arrogant. Power isn't just about gaining, it's about knowing when to stop. Law number 48. Assume formlessness. Rigid structures and fixed plans make you predictable, and anything predictable can be attacked or undermined. Power belongs to those who stay adaptable, who can shift shape and strategy as circumstances change. Like water, take the shape of whatever container you're in. Don't cling to one identity, one plan, or one way of doing things. When you are fluid, your enemies cannot pin you down, and no one can exploit a fixed weakness.